Well, hello, and thank you very much for watching, as always. Now, whenever I travel around the UK, I always like to try and fit in a spot of darts, and I thought that this would be actually quite a good opportunity to film some darts tourism as a feature on my travels around the UK. Here's a good example. This was actually a work do filmed in February in Sheffield. And it was at a venue called Lane 7. Now, I'd actually never heard of Lane 7 until visiting. This is for our cancelled or postponed Christmas do, incidentally. Lane 7, one of those brands which has cropped up in the last couple of years. Its main USP is bowling and basically getting drunk whilst bowling. Basically, go as a big group, there's a bar next to the bowling, and order your drinks and do some bowling, basically. But also in the venue, you've got digital darts, as well as the usual arcade games and air hockey and basketball, I think there was, ping pong as well, copying the sort of the success of bounce. And this is happening more and more, isn't it? The smart darts, digital darts, it's being offered as an extra element to a night out with a group of friends. So obviously, when everyone else was bowling, I made sure to go and camp outside the darts lane, and it was good fun. So this is a unicorn smart board, and you digitize your darts. So you basically you get your point of your dart and you stick it in there. There's a sort of I want to use the word orifice, but that's probably not a great choice of word, but you stick it in the board, it magnetises it, and then it picks it up off the big screen, so it very cleverly works out what you've scored. So it's quite good fun. There's a tablet with a load of games on there. There's probably about 30 games. I didn't get through all of them. And it's a really good way, actually, of getting people interested in darts that obviously don't play darts regularly. It's not aimed at you and me, because if you're watching, I imagine you're probably a connoisseur and play league darts and go to opens and play the more traditional format. But this is quite a really nice way of getting people involved that don't know the sport and may just be aware of what Fallon Sherrock and Luke Littler have done and not much else. It follows the success of course, Flight Club, which is very popular in London, all over the UK. In fact, Lane 7, they've got about 12 branches across the UK, so I imagine there's digital darts at all of those. There's Oki on the Strand as well, which is what the PDC used to launch their World Championship draw, which I went to in December. So that's purely darts based. And we're going to see more and more of these, I think, as well as venues try and really step up and they're offering and moving away from the traditional pub element of just, put the board in the corner. There's still very much a place for that, by the way. So yeah, it's an interesting concept. I had good fun, and I think the colleagues enjoyed it as well. You'll see here, this was a game, I think it was Point Stacker or something similar, which is basically just score as many points as you can, but there's other variations. Killer is a popular one as well, and round the clock and all that sort of kind of thing that those games that we are very much familiar with. So good fun. It's a nice setup there, great staff, I have to say. I'd never put a venue on here that I didn't like, to be clear, so just for full transparency. But it's another offering and another way of getting darts out there to a wider audience. So I think, watch this space in the future to see how many more venues like this offer digital darts. The wider point, I guess, is it going to produce another world champion? Probably not. Is it going to produce your next county B player or Super League player? Probably not. Will it encourage people to then go further afield and say, I quite like that, I might join my local team or local league? Possibly yes. I think there's probably more chance of that than the other options that I gave earlier on. So I'll be fascinated to hear if anyone's had a go at these. Do leave your stories and anecdotes in the comments. Thank you for watching.